Hello everyone. Welcome to Marking Up with HTML for Beginners. I'm Amit Kumar and this is the fourth tutorial, Attributes. So today we are going to talk about attributes. Now attributes contain extra information about the element that won't appear in the content. So anything that you want to show on the page, you keep that thing on the content part, or you keep that thing within the opening and closing tag. But if you want to give some extra information about the content, then we are having attributes with us. Now, for example, following attribute is used to align the content of the tags to the left, center, and right side of the page. So attributes are provided with the tags and they provide an extra information about the content. Like suppose we definitely can show paragraphs with the help of p tag, and the content will be shown as a paragraph that we have already seen in our previous tutorial. But when we want to show that paragraph on the left, right, or center of the page, then that time we can take help of an attribute known as align attribute, as shown here in the code. Clearly you can see this attribute is written within the tag and within the angular brackets itself. So clearly you can see it's written over here, and with this way we can make a paragraph appear on the left, on the center, or on the right side of the page. Now let me show you that practically. So this is our workspace and there is a folder over there for tutorial 4, and I'm going to create a new file now. So I will take help of this text which I have already created, and let me paste it over here. And now I will provide an attribute to this one. So the attribute is align equals to, and then we will write the value as left. Now let me tell you a shortcut in Notepad++. Suppose I want to copy this same line, this whole line, just keep the cursor in the line and press Ctrl D and it will duplicate the line. Now this one I want to make as center, Ctrl D, and this one I want to make as right, aligned. So I have written the code. Now I will save this. I will save this in tutorial 4 and I will give this name as aligned.htm. This time I'm only giving htm. So you can see it has saved my file in .htm format. This is also my HTML file only. And now let's see. Let's run this file and launch in Chrome. Now clearly you can see there are 3 paragraphs and they are aligned left, center, and right side of the page. So definitely attribute gives some extra information. Now let's see various things that we have to take care while creating an attribute. So an attribute should have a space between it and the element name. Like the align and the p, there should be a space between them. For an element with more than one attribute, the attribute should be separated by spaces. So if you want to provide more than one attribute in a single element, definitely you can do that, but those attributes should be separated by spaces. The attribute name followed by an equal sign. So there should be an equal to sign over there after writing down the name of the attribute. An attribute value wrapped with opening and closing quote marks. And after writing down the name of the attribute, you will definitely write down the value of the attribute. And that value should be written inside double quotes or single quotes. It depends. We will talk about that later on, but it will work with both of them. Now clearly you can see an attribute is always written like this. This is the example that we have seen right now. Here align is the name of the attribute and left or center or right are the values, different values for this attribute. All the attributes are always written in name value pair. You specify the name, you write down equal to symbol, and you write down the value. Now it's up to you if you want to provide a space between align and equal to and double quotes, definitely you can do that. Now let me show you a very interesting tag and some very interesting attributes to show you the power of an attribute. So even if you don't understand how it is working, don't worry, we are having a whole section on this topic itself. It's actually an anchor tag. Now clearly you can see there the tag name is A, and there are three attributes with three different values, right? And this will show you the power of attribute. So let me show you this code on the page itself. Now here on the page, I will write down A, and definitely I will close this A tag. And this is what I told you. As soon as you open the tag, at the same time you should close it. And here I am writing down Google. Now I will write down Href, and I will note down these attributes and these values. So don't worry if you are not understanding whatsoever I have written now onwards. So just wait for a while. So clearly you can see I have written the code. I have provided the href attribute and a path to it, title attribute and a text my link to it, and target attribute and underscore blank as value to it. And this is an anchor tag containing Google. So let's see the output on the Chrome. So this is the link that I was talking about. If you will hover your mouse over it, then definitely you can see the text my link. Now why you are able to see that? Because I have written that in the title attribute. When I will click on this, we will land up on the Google page. And now why we are landing on the Google page itself? Because that is the URL, or that is the path which I have mentioned in the href attribute. And you can see it's opening in a new tab. It's not disturbing my current tab. The new page is opening a new tab. And why it is opening in a new tab? Because of the value of that target attribute. So clearly attributes are very important and very powerful, and they can tell a lot about the content, and they can change a lot about the content. So here you can see the anchor tag is used to create hyperlink in the document. Now what is a hyperlink, how we do that, and why we do that is something we will discuss later down the line. Href, an attribute which specifies the web address for the link. Target, which specifies whether the browsing context should be displayed in the new tab or not. Underscore blank represents a new tab. And title, the title attribute specifies the tooltip text which appears when a cursor hover over the element. So I tried to explain why and what these attributes are for, but definitely you would have understood the importance of an attribute. So that's it in this video tutorial. Hope to meet you in the next tutorial. Till then, thank you and happy programming.